Sagittarius, hello, hello. This is your August 20, I want to say 2014, 2019 reading. Sagittarius, some of you definitely are going to be making a decision this month with a love relationship. Now, Six of Swords is telling me that some of you, this relationship may not have been the easiest or the best for you. Some of you are sailing towards from choppy waters to smoother waters. So for some of you Sagittarius, you literally may be feeling like you need to walk away from somebody because maybe they're causing you more issues than what you really want to deal with. I do feel like for some of you, you're either bored with the relationship or you're just not, it's not what you wanted. Now, for some of you, there could be talks about how to deal with this. I feel like some of you may be going to your friends to try to talk. For some of you, you may even be deciding to use some type of spell work. Maybe you exhausted everything that you could, and now you're thinking, okay, now I got to do this. Won't apply to everybody, Sagittarius, because not everybody's going to go that route. But for some of you that practice or deal with people who practice, I feel like you are going to be looking for something that brings in a magical aspect, esoteric magic or something like that, because we got the Magician, which means that some of you may feel like you got to be a little bit sneaky to come out of this relationship. So for some of you, I feel like maybe you have, if you dealt with binding somebody to you, or it's crazy because I feel for some of you, you wanted this relationship at one point. It's like, I want you, I want you, I want you. Some of you may have binded this person to you, and now they are literally insane. They're like obsessed and possessive over you, and some of you cannot breathe. And like, it's like, okay, how do I get rid of you now? That's why I always tell people, when you're going to do spell work and things like that with love magic and things like that, you got to make sure that this is what you really want, because sometimes people bind people. They do 3-4 people, and then you got all of them laying on your lawn. You please open the door. Please open the window. I love you. Can I please come back? I can't be with nobody else but you. And this person is in their house like, oh, what the fuck? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go. And then some people, they mess around there and they do something to the vagina or the dick, and then they decide to reconcile with the person. And then it's like, now the thing don't work. You know, you in there trying to get busy and it's like this, and then it go down. Then you try to get busy, it's like this, and it go down. Or she has chronic problems, and it's because some people, you're getting ahead of yourself. You're getting ahead of yourself. So for those that are thinking about doing the spell work, definitely research what you're trying to do. Figure out if this is something that is going to be conducive for you. If you're trying to bind people, I mean, I ain't going to tell nobody how to do their work, but if you're trying to bind people or break up people or whatever, you got to figure out if this is something that you really want. Because sometimes with some of this shit, you can't undo it once you do it. So be careful, Sagittarius. I do feel like for a lot of you, you are doing something sneaky. Whether this is trying to get somebody to stay with you, or for some of you trying to break up. I do see decisions, and it could be in a love situation. Now, this is a general read, Sagittarius. This could be somebody doing something to you where, you know, all of a sudden you couldn't stand somebody, and now it's like, I got to talk to you every day. It could be somebody doing something to you. So I would just say definitely be careful. If you feel like you're doing something out of the ordinary, it may be time to start doing some cleansing, start doing some praying. Some of you may end up even going to a priest or somebody to get past this. But for some of you, definitely some type of spell work. I do feel for some of you, you could be having arguments in a relationship where it's like either you feel like the person is not hearing you, or there's some type of miscommunication. For some of you, you literally could either be telling somebody, look, I don't want to be with you anymore. And they're like, okay, I'll come pick you up tomorrow. And you're like, so for some of you, there's definitely, it's not that this person does not understand you, Sagittarius, is that they don't want to walk away. They don't want to let you go. So some of you definitely could be dealing with a stalker situation where somebody's watching you. If they're not watching you on social media, they could be driving around your job or your house. Jeez. Won't apply to everybody, but for some of you, it will. Could be another fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Could be a air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Or it could be a Scorpio. You might have to get the restraining order for the Scorpio. I do feel for some of you, if you are in a situation, you may have to get the courts or police involved with the justice cards. You may be dealing with somebody that you have to take a restraining order out. The Strength card is showing that you got to do what you got to do. So this will not apply to everybody, but for some of you that are in this energy, if this person will not leave you alone, definitely reach out to law enforcement, get restraining orders, because I feel for some of y'all are dealing with somebody who's unstable. This could also, because it's general, somebody could be looking at you as unstable, like, don't call me anymore, leave me alone. I just feel like somebody is literally starting to become afraid. Like, I don't want to issue. I don't want to issue with you. Now, if this is not in a love relationship and this is some type of friendship, whatever it is, it's showing that some of you are starting to feel really uncomfortable. You feel like this person is infringing on your territory, your boundaries, your time. They're not respecting what you're saying. So for some of you, you definitely are dealing with somebody that has some issues. I feel some of you, because some of you are going to pull back with your social events. You may not be going places that you normally go because you're afraid that you're going to run into this person. Some of you are literally just kind of like coming out of this energy and you don't want to meet anybody else because maybe you dealt with somebody who was just psycho as shit. And you're like, I don't want to even have to deal with this again. I do feel like there's a pull away. Some of you, it could be because of school, going back and getting your education. It's like, I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to deal with you. For some of you, this could even be a job opportunity where you're trying to hold on to your job and you're like, I don't want to deal with any drama or craziness. So some of you literally could be pushing people away, especially if they're stalking you or they're being a little bit too possessive of your time. It's making you feel uncomfortable. Definitely. I also feel some of you are feeling stuck. Eight of Swords is about feeling like you're imprisoned. Whether you're free in your house or whatever, some of you literally are cutting, like, I can't go to this bar anymore because that used to be our bar. Or I can't go to this event because I know this person is going to show up. So Sagittarius, definitely, there is some issue with stalking. Some of you are dealing with something that is a little bit, it's uncomfortable for you. It is uncomfortable for you. I feel like it may, I hate to say this, but I feel like for some of you, it just may not even be one person. You might be having issues on your job with people stalking you. You could be at your house. I don't know if this person went in and recruited people and it's like, we're just going to make you miserable. But I feel for some of you, it could be more than one person. There's a lot of immaturity with this Sagittarius, and I almost said Scorpio. So the person could be a Scorpio. They got a lot of heat to them, though. So you're dealing with somebody that when you try to talk to them, they go off. If they don't go off, it's like it's the conflict. It makes you feel uncomfortable. They take it to a whole nother level. And it's almost, I keep hearing why. So either this person is asking you, like, you could be saying, look, we're over. I don't want to see you anymore. And this person is why. And you're like, well, we're just not compatible. Why? Well, we're not getting along. Well, why? And it's like, it's just never ending. And there's something wrong with this person. I definitely feel like there is a need to be independent, Sagittarius. Jeez. Somebody is disrupting your balance. You don't feel comfortable. And some of you are fighting to get this balance back. And the Strength card is showing that you will get it back, but it may be through, because we got the Magician again, through some spell work. Or some of you might just be manifesting the hell. Just take this person away from me. You know, I don't want them killed. I just want them to leave me alone. Sagittarius, August 2019. Oh, Sagittarius, this reading got to get better. Good Lord. I mean, I got to give the message, I know, but goddamn. Definitely something with holding feelings back. Some people, there's pregnancy, could be unexpected pregnancy. If this is not pregnancy, this is some of you going solo, new beginnings. Sagittarius. Okay, so we're going to use the Angel Tarot, and then we're going to use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Page of Cups, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Page of Fire, 7 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Justice card. So let's see. Every day. And I know a lot of people are like, why do you pull so many cards? And it's because I free throw. When you're doing general readings, the more cards I put out, I tend to pick up a lot of different messages. You can read one card, but why read one card when I can read a few and get maybe like 15 different messages? And I know everybody's like, you want it to flow like a story, like with some readers. And if you get personal readings with me, they tend to do that because I'm focused on you. But with a general read, you got, 1,000 people looking at, or you hope 1,000 people looking at your reading, and you want to make sure that you give all the messages that come through, because, and here we go with the Magician again. Either you're doing some type of spell work or this person is trying to do some spell work on you. There's some trickery, there's some shadiness. If it's nothing about spell work, then you're dealing with somebody who is very manipulative, they're tricky, they're shady. For some of you, you may have to embody this energy to get out of a relationship that you don't want to be in. For some of you, this is a person doing this to keep you in a relationship. Sagittarius 2019. All right, we got the Sun card. We have 5 of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have 6 of Cups. We have the High Priestess. We have Page of Coins. Page of Wands. 10 of Coins. 2 of Cups. Knight of Blades. Page of Blades. Knight of Coins, and one more, Spirit, one more. 8 of Cups. All right, so some of you could be getting a message from a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and this could be somebody telling you, I love 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 you, which is not a bad thing if you love this person back. Some of you literally could have somebody who's saying, you're everything to me. You're my world. I want to be with you forever. Let's get married. We're going to have 15 kids, and I'm going to be with you until the day I die. And some of you are kind of like, okay, all right. But I feel for those that may be excited by this, on the flip side, you have some people that could be holding their feelings back. It's like, okay, you're giving me all this, but I'm giving you this. So whether this is you doing this, you could be the one where I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about this and that. And then somebody is just like, okay. They're not happy. So this could be you. If you look at this face, somebody's not happy. This could be you where you feel like somebody is just loving you to death, but you're not happy with it. Or this could be somebody that is looking at you and they're not happy. I feel like it's more you, Sagittarius. I feel like it's more you. I feel some of you definitely, you could be distracted with something that maybe you thought you wanted at one time. I feel like when this energy first came in and all this lovey-dovey and all this stuff came in and you were feeling it. I really do. I feel like you were feeling it. I feel like I'm getting like the sun energy, like you make me feel on top of the world. But then something flipped. Not for everybody, but for some people. Either this person changed and they showed you something that made you feel uncomfortable, because I kind of get that this kind of took a back burner. And then some of you might be having all this come in and you don't know what to say. Maybe you're having a hard time expressing yourself. Maybe you're with somebody where you're telling them, I love you. And they're like, all right. And you're like, what the fuck? Tell me you love me back. My daughter not, you know what, that's so funny because I didn't mean to do that. But me and my daughter do this all the time. She'll be like on a text message to me, Mommy, have a good day. I love you. And I'll be like, have a good day too. And she'll be like, tell me you love me in another text. And I'm like, I love you. No, tell me you love me like you mean it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I love you. I mean, and sometimes I'll mess around and call her, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So for some of you, you may be getting all this and still not feeling like you are loved. And then for some of you, I do feel like this may be overkill. You could be dealing with somebody that is a little bit obsessive. And you're like, oh, okay. Okay. For some reason, I feel like somebody's trying to either pull back with the conversation. They don't want to talk as much. Where they used to be like, oh, it's so good to talk to you. And this. And then you're like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, I'm okay. What are you doing today? I don't know. You want to go eat dinner later? I'm tired. I just feel like conversation is getting dry, Sagittarius. If you're in a marriage, this could be communication with a partner that is just, it's maybe not fluid. Could be dry. Could be like, you know, we don't talk the way we used to talk. Somebody's holding their feelings back. They don't feel in love. So for some of you, if you are in a relationship, you could be dealing with, okay, they're not communicating the way they used to. They're not showing me how they used to do this. And with Sagittarius, it's important for them to know that they're loved. They need to be shown. They need to hear it. A lot of Sagittarius have abandonment issues. A lot of them. They don't want people walking away from them. But when they're ready to go, Sagittarius, y'all know how y'all are. Peace out. So for some of you, I feel like you could be either outgrowing a situation or a person that you're with is outgrowing a situation, but somebody might be clinging. I don't want to let you go. I don't want to let you go. And some of you may be feeling obligated to the relationship and you're struggling with it. You're struggling with it. With this card, I feel like one person is gung-ho and the other person is apprehensive. Like one is like, yeah, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's build a life together. And she's looking like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know if I want to do this. You know, I don't know if I'm feeling you. And he's just excited. Like, yeah, let's do this. So we got energy where two people may not be on the same page. Some of you, I feel like you could be dealing with something where there's conflict, miscommunication. I don't understand you. I don't know what you're talking about. You're not clear with me. If this is not a love relationship, you could be dealing with a friend or somebody that is trying maybe to get you to do something that you don't want to do. Try this. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And this person is like, no, I'm not. And the person is like, yes. I feel like some of y'all are getting your boundaries trampled on, Sagittarius. And it's to the point now where you're like, you feel like you got to come out and fight. I feel some of you may be feeling that I need to do something. You're not listening to me. I definitely feel there's a push to move forward. But some of you, and we got Page of Wands twice. Some of you are looking for something more exciting to come in. You could be really pulling away from somebody because maybe they're too slow for you, or maybe something is a little bit strange. For some of you, if this is even an energy, some of you are pulling away from it and you want more excitement. But you could have somebody that is giving you conflict, whether this is a friend, a job situation. I feel like some of you want to move on to something, but there's conflict. You feel like maybe you have to explain yourself to people, or maybe people feel like you have to explain yourself to them. So I'm getting definitely there's some miscommunication this month. For some of you, it's like, look, I don't want to be distracted. Some of you are focused and you have opportunities coming in. Something coming in quick and you're excited about it. And with the Knight of Pentacles, some of you are like, it could be money. It could be money, but you don't want to be distracted. So some of you could be dealing with a love or a friendship or somebody that needs more of your time than what you really want to give. And you're like, I don't want to be distracted. I want to focus on my money, opportunities that are coming in. For some of you, you have new jobs or new opportunities that are coming in, but emotionally, you might be pulled in a different direction. Seven of Cups is showing there's procrastination, or either you have too much on your mind. Some of you could be literally in a situation where you're overthinking, but I feel like it has something to do with somebody else. And a lot of you don't want to have to do that. The High Priestess is showing that you could be connecting with spirit or your ancestors. I feel like your intuition is telling you that something may not be working out the way you want it to work out. Move forward. Change is coming in. Spirit could be telling you that. You got something that's coming in quick. Get ready for it. Some of you may be having dreams, not being able to sleep at night, seeing a lot of angel numbers, 333, 455, 555, 111. I feel like some of you are getting a lot of angel numbers, something telling you that change is coming. Be prepared, be progressive in spirit communication. Some of you are really gifted. Some of you definitely are practicing. We saw the Magician card in the shuffle, but for some of you, you literally could be awakening and taking your step to go in a more spiritual light or direction. And you may be dealing with people who don't like that. What are you doing? All of a sudden you're wearing, what is it? Black lipstick. You got black cats and dogs and wolves and all kind of shit coming through your house. And you got all these symbols painted on your wall. You reading different type of shit. What's going on with you, Sagittarius? And some of y'all are changing and you are defending this, because I do feel like you have somebody that could be trying to hold you back. For some of you, I feel like you want to change, but maybe you're with somebody who's not letting you change. Or they're trying to manipulate the way you change. It's like, okay, if you want to grow and do this, all right, but you can't dye your hair purple. Or I don't want you to take that job. I want you to succeed, but I don't want you to take that job. This new opportunity coming in, it may be a good opportunity, but I don't want you to do it the way you want to do it. Let's talk about it. Some of you, I just feel like if you do have somebody holding you back, and I still feel Scorpio, won't apply to everybody because I feel like it could be another fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I keep getting Scorpio majorly. And the stalker thing is telling me Scorpio. Not saying that Scorpios are stalkers. Even though I have dated a few that goddamn were bona fide psycho stalkers. I'm not going to put that on all Scorpios. But some of them are a little bit out there, especially when they get possessive and obsessive. If you are dealing with somebody with fire in their chart, I guarantee you that they have Scorpio, and I want to say it's probably in their Venus. I want to say it's probably in their Venus because they love very, there's a strong emotional attachment. For some of you, I don't know why I'm getting that some of you are dealing with somebody with abandonment issues too, and that could have been how you came together. Codependency. I'm abandoned, you're abandoned. I need to love, you need to be loved. Let's get together. And this person was like, okay, this is a forever thing. Some of you need to be careful. If somebody starts talking about this forever shit, we're going to be together forever, and you're telling them, I don't know if this is what I want to do, and they keep talking about we're going to be together forever, you might need to detach from that. I know some people think that shit is romantic, but there's a whole channel on cable ID where people, they bought into this we together forever. If I die, you die shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Sagittarius, definitely watch your back. You really need to be very clear cut with the way you're communicating with people. If you don't want to deal with them, don't play games with them, especially if you know you're dealing with somebody who has some mental issues in their cycle. If you don't want to be with them, cut the ties. I'm sorry, it's not working. Peace out. Some of you may have tried to do that, and now you're going to a priest or a priestess or somebody that you feel can help you. Maybe you have gone through everything that you possibly thought you could to get rid of this person, and it's like they're not going. What else do I need to do? Let me see. Where's the high priestess? I definitely feel like if this is not you doing some type of spell work, you're going to somebody and asking for spell work. You need some additional help. Some of you could be dealing with a person who does spell work, and that maybe that's why you're going that route. I can't just break up with this person. They're going to fuck up my money. They're going to try to fuck up my mind. They're going to start, they're going to make problems for me. Somebody sees you as a soulmate, and that could be where the obsession and the possession comes from. For some of you, this may be you seeing them as a soulmate, and some of you may be trying to bind a person. Like I said, be really careful, because I feel like something is not going to go the way that you want it to go, or to go the way that they want it to go. 8 of Cups. Somebody feeling like I need to move on. Be really careful, Sagittarius. I feel like there's manipulation where somebody's going to be like, I'm so depressed, I want to kill myself. And that's not nothing to play with, but people do. I feel like this person is going to try to make you feel bad. Could be vice versa, but I feel like somebody is like, oh, you want to break up with me? You want to break up with me? Okay, all right. And then 2 days later, I took a thing full of pills, and you rush over there and they didn't. They just want to talk to you. Or somebody saying, I'm so depressed, I want to kill myself. You might need to get this person help, but I feel like some of you could literally be dealing with somebody who's unstable. And they're not the only one in their family that's unstable, unfortunately. Definitely get some mental health issues with somebody. Won't apply to all of you, but to some of you will. Some of you are like, I'm done with this shit. I feel like you're going to talk to somebody, priest, advisor, therapist. How do I get out of this? How do I move forward? They're going to tell you how to do it. The Sun card is there. It's like, I'm cutting ties. This person calls you. It's like, I'm sorry, I blocked you. Can't see you on anything else. And some of you are like, I'm focused on money. I can't deal with this love stuff right now. This was too intense for me. I'm going to school. I'm getting a new job. I'm focused on money. Some of you are really pushing yourself away from drama. And the way you're doing it is you're distracting yourself with work and money. Some of you, your budget is tight, so you feel like with all this other stuff going on, you don't need to be dealing with it. You need to get your money up. Do see money coming in. For some of y'all, this could be a loan, financial aid. If you're trying to go to school, some of you might be taking out a loan for a car or a house, but I feel like there's some money coming in. Some of you are like, I'm going to get a job. I'll be able to pay it back, so I'm going to go ahead and apply for a loan. I do see opportunities, and it's more than one opportunity, Sagittarius. So some of you are putting in multiple resumes and getting callbacks, and you have something that's bringing you to the 10 of Pentacles. Now, for some of you with Santa Claus, you literally could be getting a job in the fall, August, September, October, but I feel like moving into the holidays, some of y'all have some extra spending money, really good money. For some of you, I feel like you could be having a 9-to-5 job and a side gig too, but I feel like there's more money coming to you. Spirit is telling me some of y'all are trying to manifest a soulmate, which means that you could be doing praying, please bring them in. You could be manifestation, writing what you want on a piece of paper. Some of you could be doing some type of candle magic or, some type of spell work to bring somebody in. I do feel, Sagittarius, y'all want the love. Y'all do. Y'all want the love, but on your terms. I feel like y'all are cool with love. It's just that you also, there's this push-pull type of thing. Love me, come, don't be with me. Love me, give me my space. Love me, give me my space. Because I see a lot of y'all want to travel. You want to move around, and it's like you want it on your terms, which I feel like works for you guys. You got to find somebody that is willing to love you like that. But for some of you, you have somebody who's coming in a little bit too strong. And they could be pulling back or you could be pulling back from them, and that's causing depression in them. And you're getting these crazy messages and conversations coming in. For some of you, this could even be a friendship where you're dealing with somebody who is like, you don't spend time with me. You don't make time for me. You're working all the time. You're concentrating on money. Why can't we do this? Be careful too if you get into and to any type of groups, because I kind of get that this could even happen with a friendship where, what is that was it that movie Single White Female, where the roommate moved in and she started dressing like her and combing her hair like her and trying to integrate herself into this person's circle. And it was just creepy. Trust your intuition when it comes to dealing with people this month, Sagittarius, because you might have people who are really trying to form attachments that are unhealthy, that are toxic. Some of you, this could be within groups. If you're practicing and you're getting to meet new practitioners, witches, warlocks, hoodoo, conjure people, voodoo songs, you could be connecting with somebody that they're trying to make a friend, but it could be an unhealthy attachment. I just get that something is trying to stick to you a little bit more than what you want it to stick. And some of you are holding your feelings back because of it. It's like, I don't want to tell you you're my best friend because you're not. Some of you could be with this love situation, love me, love me, love me, and the person is holding their feelings back. And some of you might be dealing with going to a person doing some love magic. I know not everybody's going to connect with the magic, the spell work, the conjure, and all that stuff like that. And that's cool if you don't. It actually is really good if you don't. But for some of you, you are. You're manifesting either somebody in, you're bringing something in, you're manifesting money. But I feel like some of you are coming out of a situation where the energy is just, could be choking you. Could be choking you. You're not happy. You're not happy in a job. You're not happy in a relationship. And it could be maybe because people are too dependent on you, or they're trying to manipulate you. Try this, do this, give me a chance. Let's do this. And some of you are like, I don't know. I'm not ready for that. For some of you with the fire energy, this could be you doing it. Come on, give me some booty. Let's try this. Let's be in a relationship. I'm the one for you. And the person is like, I don't know. I just get a lot of manipulation this month, Sagittarius. I get a lot of manipulation. I see some of you are going to take away distractions, though, because you want to focus in on either your career, school, education, but making money. Some of you are like, all that stuff is good. I'll take the love when I can get it. But right now I need the money. I do feel like definitely making a connection with somebody. Definitely feels like there could be a water sign that you connect with. That could be a positive thing. I see some type of intuitive connection, soulmate connection with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're a little bit free-spirited. They could be in their spirituality. You could meet them in a group or out somewhere with other people where you're exploring new things for yourself with your spirituality, creativity. But I feel like you may have somebody who's stalking you that could be trying to block you from moving on with new love. So you got to be really careful. Some of you might end up having to get a restraining order on this person. All right, Sagittarius, I wish y'all the best. Y'all got to leave me comments. Y'all shit was like crazy. I do see money coming in, though. New jobs, new opportunity, and money. But I feel some of y'all might be distracted because of this other shit that's going on. For a lot of y'all are like, I'm cutting ties. I got to focus on my money. So definitely let me know what's going on, Sagittarius. All right. Love you guys.